At a certain point, because again, credit where credit is due, it does seem like some of the Mormons, and certainly Mitt Romney as an example, are like, actually, I somewhat, even Glenn Beck, I somewhat take the notion of the morals I preach somewhat seriously beyond just discriminating against gay people.
Right.
So I actually promoting rape and being a bigoted vulgarian and making fun of disabled kids, it just doesn't totally sit with my biblical lifestyle. So you might ask yourself, why do a fair amount of, the Christian conservative elites and evangelicals, why do they still support Donald Trump? How can they stand for this? We've given you a taste from Ben Carson. And now I'm presenting to you a guy named Dave Daubenmire, who is a religious rights activist and coach. Coach, Matt has put in quotation marks. Posted a video Tuesday morning saying that women, and I know that I pronounced, I did that, women, I'm sorry, saying that women in power, I feel like Trump, women, see, I said it right, is against the Bible. Women in power is against the Bible. So don't worry about Trump's immorality. Let's take a look.
I want to throw something out, probably going to make me a lot of enemies, but I try to tell the truth all the time. I wonder when was the last time you and your church, religious leaders, Christians, when was the last time you heard your pastor give a sermon on the fact that women shouldn't be in leadership? Oh, say, Coach, those are old times. We don't live like that anymore. Women and men are equal. Well, women and men may be equal, and they are equal. But I think it's pretty clear that the Bible teaches us that women should not be in authority over a man. You say, well, that just applies in the church. Really? So biblical principles only apply in the church? What's the point you're making? Here's the point I'm making. With all that's going on with Trump and everybody screaming and hollering about that, when is the last time your pastor stood up in the pulpit and said, hey, listen, we cannot vote for Hillary Clinton because women are not to have authority over men? If we want to follow the Bible, that sure be a good place to start, wouldn't it? Rather than worrying so much about the immorality of a sinful man, what about the biblical principle that when a woman rules over a man, when children rule over a man, it's a sign of judgment of the Lord.
Okay, that is how they do it. I have nothing to add to that.
I can't wait to trick or treat on that guy's porch.
Yeah, I mean that's a caricature of somebody like me with my sensibilities, like atheist sensibilities, essentially, of how you would portray, a evangelical religious right dude. But
if we were scripting it, that it would be like, that's
yeah,
too,
you'd be like, that's too on the nose.
You need to make this a little bit more subtle,
right? So. Again, this is what you're dealing with. And by the way, before anybody tries to say, well, that guy's just some, he's an outlier. He's not the actual religious right coalition. Dude, he's 80% of people who self-identify as evangelical Christian are voting for Trump. They love the guy.
Big league.
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.